Agenda Oromocto in committee meeting Wednesday, January 14, 2014 at 5:30 PM at the Oromocto Municipal Building. I'll ask for a call for a mover for approval of the agenda. Councillor Daw, seconder, Councillor Carr, questions? All in favor? Contrary, motion carried. We have one presenter today. It's the RCMP with Constable Jet Herb here, and the floor is yours, Jeff.
Good evening, everybody. So you guys all have copies of the quarterly report. Okay.
Could you please read it into the record?
I don't know how to do that. Okay. Highlights. This is the quarterly report. So check stops. Quarter one, we did 3, and quarter 2, we did 7. Community activities, that could be anything from coaching hockey to attending community events from 10 to 14, so more there. Park patrol's gone up from 11 to 16. It's awesome. And that includes the work down on that road as well. Yeah, that's one of our favorite places to go. Incidentally, it's a favorite place for a lot of people to go.
Yeah.
I would like having there. Right. So looking here, the total occurrences as it stands right now, 861 occurrences, and then there's a breakdown of the types of occurrences from the Cannabis Act, Controlled Drugs and Substances Act, criminal traffic offenses, other criminal code, other federal statutes, crimes against persons, so let's be like your assaults, provocative threats, or things like that. Provincial statutes, things like speeding or trespassing, property crimes, thefts, mischief, vandalism. Traffic non-criminal code, again, that's your speeding, your dangerous driving, things like that. And then non-criminal code occurrences, I would say a bulk of that is probably mental health act related calls. And then it goes into more detail. Criminal code occurrences, property crimes, we've had 109, crimes against persons 62, other criminal code is 29, criminal traffic offenses, so it's criminal impaired driving, things of that nature, 12, and the CDSA, Controlled Drugs and Substances Act, 1. So in terms of statistics, we're kind of trending in the same direction we were last quarter. If we go on to the ticket part, you can see Nevers Road is their place for us to hang out.
That's a drag strip.
Yes. A lot of people, especially coming from the airport, it seems they hit that. I don't know if they just are ignorant to the fact of the speed limit there is 60, but a lot of times people just realize how quick they're going along the road. So warnings were issued in July. We issued 36 traffic tickets, 7 warnings in August, I guess 24 traffic tickets, 19 warnings in September against 54 traffic tickets. So lots of tickets being issued with pairs. Collisions. Like 10 injury collisions and 20 property damage collisions. So overall, nothing crazy there. A lot of these are going to be weather related as well. People that are just sliding off the road. The OCT, Operational Communication Center, this is people that work in the headquarters building that take all the calls. When you call the police, these are the first people you talk to. 81% of our calls that are received are non-emergency calls, and 19% are emergencies. So quite a big difference there. The call distribution for last year looks like was slightly higher than so far this year. Emergency calls are about the same, and non-emergency calls again are about the same, a little bit lower than so far. We're usually on the phone for about 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Absolute time is 2 minutes and 47 seconds, which is great to hear. A lot of times when I call people back, it's, I've been on hold for 10 minutes. The numbers don't reflect that, so. There's a glossary term in the back. If you guys have any questions regarding what something means, if there's jargon or if there's, please ask. One thing that we've started doing that I'm quite proud of is our digital vendor management program, which last time I was here, I talked about the development. Within a week of us having this in place, we conducted several curfew checks on people that are on enforceable conditions like curfews, especially curfews, and 2 of those people are now back in jail because of breaching those conditions. So the goal for this program is to monitor the small amount of people that commit the most amount of crime. And by doing that, we drop our overall crime rates and we increase community safety. Eventually, what I would like to see is us push this out to the rest of our communities that we control, Maryland, Minto, Keswick, Napa. So very successful. We got a lot of buy-in from the members downstairs. They're loving it. They're buying into it. And this is a program that really works. So we're happy with the results so far. Here, but
Any questions, Council? Councilor Dow?
Thank you, Your Worship. Not relating to the report, but just whisperings that I'm hearing, and I know it's been asked before, is the copper theft increasing, going up again?
yes,
Yeah,
yeah, we're getting lots of calls of that. It is affecting infrastructure. We are trying to find people doing this. It's tough. It really is, because they're in remote areas. There's no surveillance. We don't have people that are seeing it, but we are working on it. It's tough, but it's doable.
thank you.
Deputy Mayor?
And thank you, Your Worship, but mine is the same kind of question. Just happened recently last weekend in Oromocto West, so not as remote. Because I would imagine there's a fair number of people who have cameras on houses and so on. I'm assuming that that's an ongoing investigation, and but
Absolutely. And we do, in a case like that where it's in town, that's one of the main things we do is video canvassing. We go out and talk to people. Do you have video surveillance? If you do, great, can we have it? So a lot of them take place out in rural areas and remote areas, but for the ones that are in town, it's a great opportunity for us to gather valuable information to be doing this. And hopefully track them down and make them to justice.
Yeah. Their 3-month term must be up in jail, so.
Potentially. But again, like going back to the individual offender management program, once we do catch these people, if we can get them on enforceable conditions, then we can keep checking in on them daily. A lot of the people that are on this program, we check them every single day. And the minute they're not abiding by their conditions, we lay a charge. And then we find them, they go back to jail. So. It's
Right.
it's a program. I mean, it's a lot of grind work, but it does pay off in the end.
The 861 occurrences in Oromocto, do you have any reference in how many are actually Oromocto residents, or or how many are from out of town?
I don't think those are broken down by community. All it says is just Oromocto, so I don't think
Yeah.
that to me, it's within the community of Oromocto.
Right. Because that would be high if it's Oromocto resident, but I know most of them occur and they come from out of town.
Right.
Yeah.
Or, people passing through on the highway.
Yeah.
We're on the Transcanada Highway through town here, so.
Yeah.
Yes,
okay.
Yeah, sorry, thank you. I know in our one local neighborhood in the Lincoln area last week or so, there's been some folks going around knocking on doors selling things, but not really any real paperwork to show who they're selling on behalf of. Obviously, there's kind of rumors of people, there's kind of scouting who's home and who's not. Is that something you're hearing about? Is that common, or is that something we should just be calling in? So maybe the direct can happen, or.
What I tell people is if you see something, say something.
Okay.
If we don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
And if it doesn't feel right, it's not, right, call us. That's why we're here.
Perfect.
When I worked in Alberta, very similar type activities. They go up, knock on the door and then
The answer is you're probably not home, so
Right.
convenient, right?
Knock door, you move the door in, you're in.
Yeah.
If someone answers the door, you make up some story and then you leave.
Chocolate bar sales, the ones that have to get phone and stuff.
We're looking for so-and-so, if they live here.
Yeah. Good, oh, perfect,
Yeah, that might encourage people, if we're here, call us.
good advice, thank you.
So Councilor Carr, are they going to Lincoln, are they, or?
One of the neighborhoods, a lot of people had knocks, either late last week or I think it was late last week, yeah. A vehicle with two gentlemen and then one lady going to the door, just. Not
Yeah.
really any. They were completely innocent, but just, I had people talking for sure, so.
Right. Okay, any other questions or comments? Okay, thank you. Thanks, Constable. Thanks,
Take care.
appreciate you.
You.
All right, we'll move down to admin. We'll start with 4A, the active transportation and trail consultants. And Jackie Dunn will have that.
Thank you, your worship. Before council, I have a request for decision regarding our upcoming active transportation and trail plan, that we will be doing, this year. We received 7 proposals, all very similar in their qualifications and timelines and approach, which was based on the request for proposal that we put out. We had a cost ranging anywhere from about 49,000 to 100,000. There's a little bit of a gap, but the average would have been around 79,000. So that's for the most part. We seem to have one really high one really low, and the rest were pretty close to the middle there. The Director of Planning Compliance, the Director of Corporate Services joined me in evaluating the 7 proposals, and based on our evaluation, we have recommended a Trace Consultant for the active transportation plan, the awarding of that contract. So I'm just here to see council's have any questions on that, and if we can proceed with offering this contract to them.
Questions, Councilor Carr?
Your Trace, I think we've had Trace
Mhm.
on another consultation recently, the active living.
Yes, so Trace just completed our recreation and
Right, okay.
parks master plan.
Thought it was in.
And they were also, I guess, you could say a subcontractor involved with the planning and compliance department's municipal plan as well. Which is why I believe they were significantly lower than the others, because they have a lot of the background information already.
Right.
It's up to date, where if this was done in a couple of years, they'd have to go back to the drawing board, and probably the cost has been more.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Warm and fuzzy?
And I will inform council as well, we were lucky enough to receive a grant towards this, so it'll take care of approximately about 40% of their cost of this. So
Oh, that's good news. Okay, thanks, Jackie.
your worship.
All right, we'll move on to 4B, the second and third reading of proposed bylaw 517A. And CEO, that's that.
Yeah, thanks, your worship. Really, this is just back and front for tonight in case anybody had any final questions, comments, concerns with doing second and third readings on Thursday night for adoption. Again, this one, the bylaw for animal control really is mostly about just aligning some of the rules with our SPCA contract, who's the one who's offering that service.
Ready? Questions or comments? All right, we'll move down to 4C, the second, third reading of proposed bylaw 540.
Yep, so that one is again, same premise, just coming back to you with regards to some updates to the fire prevention bylaw. Like they were, I guess, our fire folks back in November, I think it was, when they came in and kind of gave you the rundown on that. But just if there were any last comments, questions on that, with all these bylaws, they have been posted for the public to review, and there hasn't been any comments or questions on them, to just in case the group wants to know. So yeah, that's that.
Comments or questions? Nobody? Okay, and 4D is the second and third reading of proposed bylaw 541.
Right, 541 is a newer bylaw, related to fire service, but this bylaw spins out of the report that was done, about a year ago by TSI, the TSI group, in regards to, suggesting we should have a level of service, bylaw to outline what council's prepared to offer in case, anyone in the public wants to challenge certain things. Why are we doing what we do? So that again was presented to you folks, by subject matter experts, so to speak, back in November. But if there's any last comments or questions, then tonight's the night.
Any comments and questions on that one, council? None? Okay. On that note, I'll call for a mover, Deputy Mayor Maloney, seconder, Councillor Kirkbride. Questions? All in favor? Contrary? Motion carried. Think we need to take a break. We might as well go into close.